All right. That brings us to our map pool for today. Lijiang Tower, Blizzard War Coliseum, Suravasa, Junkertown, Nepal, and Junkertown. So we repeat Junkertown. Another fine example of that. Again, we only go to map 7 if we get a draw in Blizzard World. So. Let's see, we do have Wasp starting us off on the left, so I think our scoreboard is correct. Yeah! What do you know? We're not waiting on tanks. We are not waiting on tanks. Ostrix is here. Willis is here. We are good. All right. Kitty, I'm saying my team is playing Gartic. I don't know what that is, or if it's a mistype, but Gartic phone right now. While you guys warmed up with Sign It on Chunk. Chaba comes in. Sign It is greater than Gurk. The smack talk has already begun, y'all. We're not even in game yet. The smack talk has already begun. All right. We're loading in. Let's get rid of the silly music. What? Enough of that. It's time for your EMEA Expert Grand Finals. I don't know what Gartic phone is. Apparently that was not a mistype. It is Gartic phone. That is the name of what? Okay. I learned something. Well, I learned a little bit. All right, looks like we're going with double flex support here to accompany the ball junk cast. Willis starting us off here on the Maga. Ooh, okay, nope. Opts for a Junker Queen. Yep, and then swaps to a Diva. I don't know if this was indecision or, you know, just trying to troll a little bit. Wishful thinking. Willis is like, I would love to play some Junker Queen or some Maga, but no, we'll go on over to the Diva. High mobility on both sides. And who can control what is going to be a very chaotic battlefield? Chaba picked up early. How did QRXU able to get that one? Oh, QRXU's in deep, just like right underneath. Escanor is able to clap back, but I think it's going to be the only kill Redline are able to get here in this first attack. And Wasp are going to start us off the first control. I mean, an early pick, I don't know how QRXU finds Alba that early in the fight, but that was nasty. And just really was able to kind of rush in on a deep flank on that back left-hand side. Perhaps just unexpected. But it works, gets caught out. Good Bionate in from Chaba. Willis is trying to follow that up, but QRXU is able to shrug it off and send Chaba packing. Meanwhile, Redline do manage to sneak out control here, just for free. So they're building percentage throughout this fight, which is good news, but bad news is they're down both DPS. Willis get demeched, flip comes through. Alba pulling out the Glock. QRXU putting him down there with the revolver. Chaba with a good clapback though. But dying not ideal. If Chaba had managed to stay alive, that could have been a good advantage, but Gurk is going to get back in this fight fast. Escanor with Barrage, first ultimate online here. Alba's made a swap over to a Brig. Keep an eye on Ostrix. Got to open things up here with these mines. We often see the Nano thrown on to like Gurkmeister or something interesting here. Oh, it's going to be on QRX here, yeah. Let's say most... Not uncommon to see it thrown on one of their DPS trying to use that. They're going to force Willis back out. Going to keep this mega flank clear. Alba sent packing as well. Ippy's able to pick up one on the Yari. The double flex support cop seems to be working out well. 72% and counting here for Waspo No. Here in our first sub-map, the Grand Finals. That Escanor trying to loop around the outside. Oh. Ostrix in very deep. I love that rollout, by the way. All right, last chance here on this sub-map for Redline. We approach from coast side. Supports? Yeah, supports didn't quite make the rotation quick enough. And QRXU is able to move in with Ostrix and pick him off. Here comes Ilpy with the Captive Sun. Now in a bit of an aerial duel versus Escanor. Nobody makes it back onto the point. Give me a 113 here, and Wasp grab first sub-map. Cordy Yikes, thank you for the follow. Gardic phone is like an online game of telephone with drawings. Got you, thank you. Lord Pepsi, thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome back. Appreciate everybody hanging out. We're matching. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure Katie was intending on that one either. Directly to the point with Junker Queen composition. Optics has gone over to an Asher as well with Lucio Kiri to back up what is a little bit faster pace, comp, a little bit more mobile. Try to stay out of the danger zone from Optics. QRXU is already deep in on the flank and finds Alba. Once again, the first pick from QRXU onto Alba. History looking to repeat itself here. First control will once again go to Wasp. Oh, as LP will deny Escanor's escape. With QRXU, kind of leading the charge, able to put a lot of work in on the first map. I mean, Gurgmeister here on Control Center. I mean, a Junkrat is very dangerous on this map and still considered meta for a reason. You can just put so much spam damage on these hallways. Willis now purple. Gurk in a bit of trouble, but is able to survive with just a sliver of health as they find that D-Mech onto Willis. Dopey still holding up front here with Ostrix and able to keep this choke under control. There's a one map advantage for a team coming through winner's bracket. Up to the high ground. Keep an eye out for that tire. Yep, here comes the tire right down into the Kitsune Rush. Picks up Alba, who was 80% towards their sound barrier. Ostrix gets a nano boost while this is all happening as well. Now has Optics just kind of stuck in a corner after finding Chava. And it's a methodical fight win here once again. Waspo no. Now just getting more exit picks, burning more time off the clock. Ooh! Escanor wins out that duel! Alright. This is just the opening Redline needs. Escanor's gone over to a Tracer here, by the way. Quickly went off of that Pharah here in the second map. LP with a Captive Sun. QRXU with a Deadeye is going to find Chaba out of the back. Sound barrier not in time to save Chaba. Shots poured in here from both sides. QRXU just trying to roll out of danger as much as possible. Self-destruct from Willis to get him back in mech. So they hide around the corner, but Escanor and Alba have found a couple of picks. Redline gets some control percentage building for the first time here in Control Center. It is a little weird, but I think it's better than a best of 7 bracket reset. I don't know, that's an age-old conversation of what kind of advantage, if any, should you get for coming through winner's bracket. Darkmaster with an opening pick here on Alba. Alba has just been the ire of Wasp-O No. Has just been the focus of Wasp-O No. It's probably a better way to put that. Darkmaster's able to pick up another one here while Ostrix is just keeping Chaba pretty occupied. Takes away a lot of the sustain there from Willis. Couple of DPS ults here to fend off what's going to be a bit of a broken engagement here. Final touch from Redline. Willis runs into mines and a tire. A lot of explosions on the point. Nobody left to touch. And Wasp will tie up our series right out of the gate. That one map advantage has immediately been nullified. Ah, that sounds like an Ostrix play of the game to me. Take a look at some stats there from map 1. Ostrix at 18-3. It's actually more deaths than you're used to seeing from Ostrix. Redline clearly trying to keep the Wrecking Ball a minimal factor. Didn't succeed so much in that first map, but you can kind of see that's been the focus. Alba clearly the focus on the other side. Was first pick on both submaps, was first blood on both submaps, courtesy of QRXU. And has got most deaths in the lobby. So, I mean, unfortunately for Alba, the main support has been Public Enemy #1 there for Wasp-O No. Anything else stand out to y'all? MDK with only 1 death, fewest in the lobby. Who had most damage? Looking like QRXU actually had most damage, unsurprisingly. All right, let's take a back look. What were our bans here for map number 2? It was Redline banning out Paraiso, Wasp banned out Iconvalda, and for the 3rd time, these two teams will play Blizzard World. Hey, get my chat out there. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look. We got a side swap. Let me go fix that for you real quick. Redline will be starting off on the defense here for map 2. I love Blizzard World at night. I think this is one of the best nighttime maps. No roster changes at this point. Have still not end. Still getting Gurk and QRXU here from Wasp-O No on their attack. And I don't expect that composition to change. Same composition we've seen from them a lot this season. Optics coming out on the Widowmaker is a bold choice. You think that might be an easy dive target for a Wrecking Ball, particularly, when combined with shots down range or a nade coming in from KDM. But you don't have Hev on the Tracer to worry about, so there's at least that is one small little consolation here for Optics. Meister set up on the high ground. Already some front entrance gain, or some front real estate gained here, but you are actually taken down. Optics drops down to the low ground, trying to avoid the dive. You see just how just kind of positioned in this corner makes it very difficult for a Wrecking Ball to get on, but it does leave the high ground open for Gurkmeister to move in, start pouring in shots from the other direction, start flipping this objective. Left side picked up here from the attacker's point of view, but Gurk has gone down. Chaba ends up picked off by KDM, so sustain at a premium here for Redline as they're looking to hold. Escanor gets popped out of the back line, and we've got ourselves a 3v3. Redline are going to back up, wait for some reinforcements. Optics booped, but no worse for wear. Is able to avoid the pile drive, but the brig, Alba gets caught out. Perhaps thought they could sustain through that. Now 2 ticks picked up. Here comes Willis back in for a recontest. Takes so much damage right out of the gate. Bionade lands and KDM is gone. Could be the start. But Escanor and Willis both take it down quickly. And Waspo No managed to take that point despite losing their Ana. Chaba is about 30%. Exactly 30% ahead of KDM as far as ult charge. Oh, another good shot out of Optics. Oh, where's his minefield, though? Oh, right on top of the Widowmaker. Poor Optics never stood a chance there. But Redline are still up in this fight. Escanor playing here off the outside. Was playing very close. Optics says go D.Va. Ooh, beautiful stick. Love the lead on that. Escanor kind of put it behind Gertmeister. And they just walk right into it. Beautifully done. And now frontline pressure here reinforced with the rally as Alba goes up looking for some revenge. Here comes LP in with a captive Sun, trying to break this open. Chaba gets popped. Nano Boost was thrown onto LP as well. Not very often you see a nano to Yari, but it gets the job done. This cart will continue to roll through the streets phase. Three and a half minutes on the clock. Gertmeister coming up on a tire and Ostrix coming up on mines. The two, I think, most important ultimates to keep an eye on. Ostrix may not need it. This card's getting very close. Sleep onto Willis's, Nano onto Willis as well, though, into the backline. And Willis is able to find KDM with that. We'll get KRXG with this as well. There's a good job of just kind of keeping Waspo No confined inside of Arcade. Mines and spin to win. Oh, get Willis out of mech, unfortunately, but a good shot from Optics. We'll send Ostrix packing. Woo! Another beautiful shot. See why Optics pulled out this Widowmaker. What a fantastic addition to this Redline team. And I liked AOD. I thought AOD had some great stuff about him. Not just counting their previous hit scan, but man, Optics has really shown up. Shelled out here for Redline over the past couple matches, particularly against this Wasp squad. Had a huge series in that upper bracket finals. Under a lot of pressure here from Ostrix as the tires unleashed from Gertmeister. Perhaps looking for Willis, trying to get the DMAC. No, finds Escanor somehow through that though. That had to be an accidental pick, right? Like you were looking for the DMAC. Ostrix down low, rolls all the way back into point C. Took their time with that one. That one, like, had that lined up, confirmed it, got the check mark in the brain saying, yep, pull the trigger, buddy. Like, that was well played. All right, Captive Sun, mine still ready. Couple of different tools here for Wasp to try to break this open, but not a lot of time to work with. Got maybe 2 more attempts here, depending on how fast this first one goes. Nano in the back trying to take care of the Widowmaker. Pack's thrown down from the top, and Optics is still good. So Ostrix heads up to try to take care of the Brig instead. Bash away from the pile drive. Captive Sun thrown in from long range, and this backline is still focused here from Waspo No. Optics is low and under a bit of pressure here from the double team, and eventually finished off there by the Wrecking Ball. KDM in deep. Escanor picks up 2. Finds both backliners. No supports left here for Waspo No. They're able to close out point A without any supports, and they find Chaba here. Specifically, Ostrix does. But Escanor still anchoring this point, not allowing a cap. Ostrix low on health, has to use a minimal adaptive shielding just to get out of dodge. Escanor cleared a trap. Keep an eye on Gert moving in from the inside. Ostrix back for some point pressure. Ooh, almost finds the head of KDM, who swapped over to Akiri, by the way. It's not very often you see Wasp no go into a straight Lucio Kiri. They really like their double flex support. But perhaps feeling like their backline cannot stay alive as well, needs a little bit more mobility. Nice shot out of KDM to finish off the Tracer. Rally out of Alba up front. And just dono walling the pylon terrorist. Nobody gets in. A little bit of a Charlie Niner there at the very end. As there were still 4 Wasp players alive, but you know what? They're forced off the point. Good rally, good play. There from the back line of Redline. We'll call it credit to Redline. We're not discrediting Wasp. Alba, is the water cold? That is a reference to anytime Ostrix gets an environmental kill, he will spam. He has like a copy pasta he spams in chat about the water being cold. You've kept track of all your wins and losses since Season 9? That in of itself is impressive, Maddie. That in of itself is very impressive. Blizzard World is statistically your worst map. It's a tough map. It can be a very difficult map to attack, especially if, just kind of in your standard ladder games. It require a lot of coordination to break through this front choke. No shame in that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
Is this sticking? Is this sticking? Okay. No, just looking for an opening pick onto the Wrecking Ball. I think it was a bit of a set play to try to catch Ostrix, because they know Ostrix is going to be trying some shenanigans up front. You'll often see Ostrix try to get environmental kills off the very front here on Blizzard World. Just hanging out in Griffin right now. Ooh, Optics goes up for the shot. Got to be careful. Yep, here comes Ostrix. Knew they were looking for that Widowmaker in the back line. There's a lot of disruption, but Chaba lands the sleep. Still, that was a huge adaptive shielding. You see Ostrix just has multiple colors that are lighting up their health bar, and they're not going anywhere. They're able to pinch a Redline into the corner. Mega or no, it's not enough to sustain. Yeah, some of those shenanigans we were talking about. All right, Escanor onto Afara with a Mercy Pocket. Afara has really good poke and really good maneuverability. It makes for a very interesting combo that the community has clearly started to maximize. Escanor getting max value there, able to find KDM before trading out. It's a good trade. You take the Far for the Ana any day of the week, but URXU responds. And Wasp are no strangers to fighting from behind or playing with a player down, even if it is your primary source of healing. Well, I mean, you still got another flex support here. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Optics has gone off the Widowmaker on over to a Tracer here. Match on an Ostrix rotation, clear him off a Griffin, force him towards low Mega. Now Ostrix is all the way in the back, but QRXU is hiding on top of the box. We'll get a manual hack onto Escanor, dropping him out of the sky, and Ostrix looking to collapse onto it. But, ooh, the res! The res is no good. Garkmeister is able to get the mine up and deny getting the Far back into the fight. Waspo no win themselves another good one. Good set play. Keeping QRXU positioned as high as they can on top of that box to manually hack a Far coming over the top left-hand side. Everybody collapses onto the Fara. Good play from Gertmeister to save mine to deny res. That felt very calculated there from Waspo no. As such, it looks like Escanor. Okay. I thought they might just go over the right-hand side, at least until they know where the Sombra's at. Speaking of, where's the Sombra? There's an EMP out. Gertmeister picks up 2 with the tire. Actually, finds Willis on the back of it, and yeah, you just walked right into an EMP. Another beautifully set up play here from QRXU. 40 seconds on the clock. Ostrix, I think, calling his shot here on the back. Ergmeister's able to find Alba right out of the gate. Captive Sun and over the top. Nano onto LP as well. Escanor gets picked off. 13 seconds to go. Redline running out of reinforcements. Optics is able to find QRU. 1 health. It was literal 1. Willis needs to get this Primal Rage online. Gets topped up from the Moira. Optics is able to get touched, but gets finished off by Gertmeister. Willis has to go in. Has no choice. 93 to Primal. Gets slept. Bubble used. The ante is there. Ostrix forced off. Willis will not get that Primal Rage online. And this is going to be Wasp, oh no, with a full hold on Blizzard World. Take a 2-1 lead here in your Expert Grand Finals. Well, that's the EMP tire. It was a well set up play. Couple of very nice defensive setups there from Wasp. I mean, even if it was just the manual hack and collapse onto the Pharah, and then have the CDs to deny res. I mean, beautifully executed, particularly in the back half of that defense. Once ult started coming online, Wasp were able to take fights first. They were able to set the pace of the engagement. A lot of it on the back of that Sombra pick coming out of QRXU. Which I didn't remember QRXU having a Sombra in their back pocket. I mean, pulling that one out here in Grand Finals. What a play. Ostrix 24-0 on that map. That is more what we're used to seeing from the Wrecking Ball. And we talked about how Redline was able to find, some few picks. Ostrix actually had most deaths there for Wasp in map 1. Untouched, flawless run. Most damage in the lobby, 0 deaths, most elims. Tabiash, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the support. All right, let's take a look at where we're headed for map 3. Well, we got to get our lineups finalized first. Let's take a look at who we're playing with in map 3. Hev is in. Gertmeister is out. And our birthday boy is here to play. And once again, we're seeing Coliseo. I believe Redline won last time they played Coliseo. Yes, Redline won push both meetings between these two teams. Both previous meetings between these two teams. And they need to regain some momentum here. Like, Wasp definitely have all the momentum in their pocket at the moment. Let's see, we are going to get another side swap. Get that fixed for you before we get in game. Let's head into Coliseo. Too many coaches in chat. Oh, is that Tabiash? Is Tabiash Wasp's coach? I mean, LA King was listed. I know Kingwin has been in here. I don't know if Kingwin is in here right now. Too many coaches. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all being here. Next map you play far? Whoa. Whoa. Heaven, there was some colorful language. Any coaches trying to VOD my main support script? Jante. is that what this channel has become? Come in here and get your VOD reviews. I got my own team. Y'all are amazing. QRXU, first pick. QRXU, I think, has drawn first blood in, what, like 3 of the 4 maps? QRXU have first blood in Blizzard World as well? What a wild place for this first fight. You don't see first fights take place in the cubby. Wasp and O are pushed so far up. They're in Redline's cubby right now. This is extraordinarily aggressive. And it works out beautifully. Oh, the contender skin with the emerald gun looks really good. Contender's away skin at that. All right. How does Redline respond to this? Checkpoint already almost picked up. Willis is still trying to clear some high ground. No one's going to get touch on the point, but Willis does find KDM. Valuing to take care of the back line versus stop the cap. We'll see if that move pays off. We've seen Waspo no win without their Ana in this fight, and Heaven QRXU have already come up with a couple of picks. Nano boost thrown onto Alba here in a 3v4. Alba's going to go in and clear off the point. QRXU is about 1 health. Ooh! Almost figures out if the water is cold or not, but manages to keep their feet dry. Just barely. I saw that play from Ostrich. Ostrich was coming over the rooftop right as I went into Willis Puff. It's gonna be a Nano QRXU. Captive Sun thrown into the back. QRXU lands 1 headshot. Woo! It's a couple of sides will eventually get it done. And QRXU will ceasing to have fun as Chabo is able to put an end to that run. And I'm gonna keep rhyming until... Shoot, I ran out of rhymes. 120 meters to 0. Here, 3 minutes into this map Coliseum. JDM manages to get the fadeaway sleep dart as they jump off the high ground, and Redline finally able to stabilize a little bit, but only for a moment. Here comes Wasp right back into the cubby, looking to see if they can steal this bot away. Does force the recall out of Escanor, but they're not willing to give up this position just yet, especially with reinforcements showing up on this high ground. That's still pressuring, so Optics can't completely turn their attention down to the low ground. Optics just eventually drops, so they can try to avoid getting shot in the back. Misses the flash. Ooh, turn to try to help peel off for Willis. Willis was super low, but they do force Ostrix back. Ostrix now sitting on the high ground above. Willis gets the nano and heads into the back line. Volley missiles will land, and QRXU is down. IKDM falls shortly thereafter, as does Ilpi. And it's the most successful engagement thus far here on Coliseum from Redline.
They took the robot. Don't let it move a single step.
Now a fight for Redline to see if they can actually get some meterage started. They got a couple of ults to work with here. Let's go check in on Escanor. Moving in on this left-hand side with the pulse. Oh, it's Hev who lands theirs. Onto Alba in the back. The clapback is there, though. Can they win this without the rally? The sleep, the fan, the hammer, onto Ostrix. Ostrix is low. Adaptive shielding faded. Runs back, picks up the Mega. Optics turns their attention onto Hev. Will force out recall. The fan, the hammer, there to finish them off. Sandwiched with Escanor. They still have Optics to worry about, or Ostrix to worry about all the way in the back. But finally, some meterage, positive meterage, picked up here for Redline. Give me another captive son here out of Milpy. I think Redline are able to stay safe back in that cubby. Yeah, I don't even think anybody got hit. That may have been just got gobbled up or shielded. URXU is nanoed for this Deadeye. Trying to speed in. There's a lot of people cutting this cubby. Does the DM last? No, it doesn't, but they're able to duck around and not take any damage from that. Here comes the clap back as Willis is going to surge out. Find that kill on the QRXU. Big Bionate lands into the back. Willis was hoping to DM it, but still is able to peel. Keeps anybody from dying. Fortunately, now Alba returns with the rally. A bit of a tracer duel way in the back line that Escanor is going to win. Meanwhile, Redline are able to emerge into the sunshine here and have eyes set on the checkpoint. Whoop. Nano Willis headed up to take care of KDM. Ostrix finds Chava. Can you trade? Ooh, it doesn't look like the peel's too good. There's a pylon. There's the beam healing. KDM's health bar just will not go down. Choppa's got to be very careful off of that side. Optics will get blown to smithereens before they get a chance to pull the trigger on that Deadeye. Escanor trying to keep QRXU from moving up these stairs, but has to pull away and deal with Hev. That was a very broken sentence. I'm sorry. QRXU gets a nano boost. Full set of DM in his face, and QRXU just kind of backs away as the nano fades. Ostrix is up on the high ground. Looks like a 2v4 on this high ground. Ostrix and Hev both bail. They just nope on out of there. Ostrix returns, but Hev can't make it back up. Optics low. Thankful that Hev is no longer on that high ground. Tries to get booped down low, but uses the combat roll. Able to stay on that high ground. Nice little tech there from Ostrix. Try to re-engage. Bionade thrown in. Hev drops the cheater in chat. He'll be trying to back away. QRXU gets caught out, cut down. KDM suffers the same fate. And Willis able to find entrance into the back line. An aggressive push with Optics gets the job done. And now Willis has positioning up on this high ground. Down to the cover. Ooh, Escanor caught out up top. It felt like there was time to move in, but Redline postured down low. I think waiting for the attack, looking for the counter punch, looking to pop the rally to see if they can get some cooldowns out first. It looks to have worked. They actually do beat Wasp in, and despite losing a player first, Redline's able to respond with a pair of kills. Whip shot misses to keep Ostrich from pile driving, and Optics ends up getting the business end of the wrecking ball. Reinforcements have dwindled here for Redline. And throughout this extended fight, those latter kills paying dividends here for Wasp. Whoop! That Ostrix might try to mine this. I anticipate this mine to go on in the back line. Chava and Alba both have managed to stay a lot safer here on Colosseo than we saw in the previous two maps. There's the nano boost in onto Wasp. He's going to pop the Deadeye. A dangerous move. You just gave Optics some airtime on that one. The nano fades. The adaptive shielding pop from Willis is very low. It is going to get demet. Captive Zone lands in the back. Hev is able to at least pop Optics with that. This is a 3v3 on the point. Ooh, no, it's a 4v3. Escanor is still here. Willis is going to go searching forward, trying to chase down the anti-nade that was thrown onto Ostrix. KDM in a bit of trouble. Willis is going to up and find that pick. Optics is way out of the fight, making a little long walk back. Put your running shoes on, buddy. Redline managed to get a couple picks here despite being down a player. And that should get him checkpoint. Now, they do still have to stop and wait through this checkpoint and get Timothy Smith all the way up to that yellow line. It's going to take at least 2 fights, considering how fast Wasp like to engage. You're actually on the high ground, just could put an end to everything. Mines thrown in over the top. Nano boost thrown onto Escanor. And Heaven Ostrix have made this a 2v1 trade. Escanor going up the top. See if they can equalize. And everybody gets off the cart. Oh. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Wonder why Morty isn't on a Yari? Hey, wait. Oh, it didn't update. I about to say, I fixed the score. I just didn't hit update on the score. There we go. Waspo now on championship point. After that showing a Coliseum. I mean, they had a 120-0 lead 3 minutes into that map. And it was just a matter of maintaining from there on in. Once again, Ostrix manages to avoid death, avoid the spawn room more than anybody else in the lobby by a long shot. That's 1 death in 2 maps here for Ostrix. We're going back to Blizz. We're looking at, what is 18 plus 24, so 38, 42. 42 and 1. 42 and 1. Get some lineups finalized here. Gurk coming back in. So Hev is out. Gurkmeister back in as we head into Saravasa. Waspano looking to close out the championship right here and now. Hey, that's the prettier picture. Why have I been using that one? Deadly right click. Doesn't miss. Oh, it almost worked. I was trying to go down this hallway. All right. It's going to take a reverse sweep out of Redline if they want this championship. If they want to repeat the performance, the victory they were able to celebrate in the winners bracket finals. Oh, we did get a side swap, didn't we? Willis has gone on over to a Sigma here to try to make it happen. Get into map 4. And I will go swap those sides for you. Don't look at Trojan Paw from 3 minutes against Everfrog on King's Row. Very specific. And very interesting. I don't know that I've seen this look out of Redline where they go into this kind of half brawl, half poke look. You're running the auto with you're running on a brig, which is like a dive backline. You're running May Cass, which is a brawl DPS line, and then Sigma. This is such an unusual composition. I mean, definitely feels designed specifically for the oddity that is Waspodo. You can see how far off point they're playing. Like, they're not trying to just hang out on the objective and get swarmed. Very interesting strategy. I'm a fan. They needed a change, and it worked. Beautiful nade, beautiful shots. All land onto LP in great succession. In lethal succession, should I say. Jabba under a little bit of pressure there from Ostrix on the point, but manages to keep foot on solid ground. Meanwhile, Willis is pushed out. They found a kill onto Girk. Now a kill onto Ostrix as well. Something that's been in short supply over the past couple of maps, and there you go. This is going to be a 100-0 to kick things off. Thank you for the follow, Juicy Pineapple. What a turnaround. Okay. Redline, I mean, they are still here. Redline are still playing. They have not rolled over and died. They are not going quietly into the night. They're going calmly over to point B. With a bunch of ultimates to work with, mind you. Ostrix doing a Chandelier cosplay with mines in the pocket, speaking of ultimates. Gonna drop down onto Optics. It's the only target they saw, so I guess no need to press Q just yet. Still hiding just low entrenched here in the Redline forces. Bionade lands, beautiful roll three. It's a 2v2 trade, both on as off the battlefield. Optics with nanoed mines on the point, but the Blizzard will clear that all out. Alba with a rally, air to help Willis finish off QRXU. Now it's a 3v1 on the point. Here comes Lippy to try to tilt the balance in Wasp's favor. Takes Escanor out of the fight with that ultimate. That was a Gravitic Flux. I think it completely whiffed there from Willis. It did force Ilpi off the point for a moment, but that's all you got out of that Q. Still, Willis is standing tall. Ooh, but only barely. Popped up in the air, about 100 health, taking pressure from both sides. Ilpi finished off, but Gertmeister still alive and well. That's going to be a Deadeye thrown in from Optics as Ostrix finds that kill. And it looks about 25% to all Redline's going to get out of it. They held on to it for a while, we'll say. Good props for that, at least. Why am I the game? Because I'm a Sigma. Now watch Willis go hog. Hey, Willis teased some hog earlier, all right? Look how separated Wasp are Noir. I mean, you've got Ilpi way over here with Girk. Then you've got QRXU and KDM hiding very far on the other side. Ostrix the tip of the spear here, as well as the scout. Throw those mines. Where did those mines go? Nano boost. No, that wasn't. It was just Willis looked glowy blue for a moment. Optics take it down out of the back line. 1 health. Body block from Gertmeister. Keeps Ostrix alive. Here comes a rally here, trying to pressure them both down. Willis did pop the Gravitic Flux as well. Manages to dodge the sleep out of KDM, but can't find that last little shot they needed. KDM able to nade themselves, stand tall. Bob on the point. We're tied up here on Surabasa. Oh, somebody dropped a broken keyboard.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Well, let's make it a Doomfist swap. Interesting. Escanor's gone over to a Surge as well. Alba off of the Brig onto a Lucio. So complete comp swaps here. Only Chaba and Optics staying on their heroes with their ultimates. I mean, they may change after they use those ultimates. We'll see how that goes. Good body block on Ostrix and able to get them down. Ilpi throws the Cactus in over the top. It's Chaba with that. The Nano Boost is out. Oh, I think I don't know where the Nano went. I think the Nano may have gotten AJ'd. Yeah, I think they might have lost Nano. I did not see it applied. Chaba does end up making a switch after using that ultimate as anticipated. And there goes Optics. Optics is just going to throw away the Deadeye onto an Ashe. We're going to get a Gurkmeister tire is able to pick up too. That was such a quick tire. Like, that was so fast. It was like fire in the... 2 dead. That's it.
Next, flashpoint, temple.
You know, it's typically this, first presence, this being able to hold the point and get this positional advantage is a pretty big deal on Flashpoint. I don't know about against Wasp. Against this mobile comp, I'm not sure how much of an advantage it really is. You can see Will's getting aggressive, and I really like how Redline have shown a lot more aggression on this map. Speaking of, there's Ostrix going in, able to pick up 1. Gurk does get a nano boost. Now moving on to this point, just going to lock it down with all the spam they can. Meanwhile, Redline's aggression continues to pay dividends as they're going to find a pick into the back line. Take LP down. Now Willis has moved back onto the point. Objective's still in control of Redline, still building percentage here, but mine's on the point. Might change that. Gurkmeister moving in to try to evict as I try to find the right POV here. How about some QRXU POV? We haven't got nearly enough QRXU POV today. That was a sleep on the Willis. No way. I mean, they had like 1 health anyway, but still. I'm kind of curious, what are your thoughts on the Doom pick here? Like, is this just so they don't get locked down? Is it to stay mobile, to not get pincered in? Oh, that's a good move into the back. Or is it for this? Or is it for both? The high mobility playing a big factor here, and Willis able to move in and get underneath this backline. Now the dangerous move, try to go in and take a duel against Gurkmeister. Here comes reinforcements to help with that, and it ends up being a battle in this little bit of a hallway. Willis does eat a Bionate out of KDM, but blocks the mine. Tire up. Oh, tried to punch the tire. If that had worked, you would have been MVP. I don't care if this is a 4-0. You would have been MVP if you had killed a tire with a punch from Doomfist. I would have been so impressed. As it stands, Gurk is going to pick up 2. And this is really close to a championship victory. 20% left here for Redline to pick up. I mean, for Wasp to pick up before they will take this championship. Ostrix with a little bit of a chandelier cosplay. Here comes Willis back onto the point. Alba down in the back line. Chaba's going to throw in a Kitsune Rush. Ultimate used here out of Willis. They're going to get slept on the high ground. Let's get back down low. Optics and Escanor both low. Escanor does have the recall. Trying to play in this rush. But so far, it's been a 1-for-1 for trade onto our Kirikos. Actually, excuse me, that was an Ashe for Kiri. Ostrix able to get 1. Gurkmeister's able to get 1. It's just Alba left. There's Ilpi with the kill. And there is Wasp Oh No with the victory. Your EMEA expert champions. As they take this series technically 4-1, but winning all 4 maps played here in the Grand Finals. Big congratulations to the team, playing the atypical compositions, going against the grain as far as meta is concerned. And Wasp Oh No, despite losing 3-0 in the upper bracket finals, are able to swing this one around and come away with a 4-0 victory as far as maps played, 4-1 as far as the official score line. I mean, get that 4th point on the board, as a matter of fact. Ostrix with another great map. Gertmeister leading in elims and damage there on Suravasa. I like that Redline tried different stuff. You know, they weren't just gonna keep bashing their heads against the wall, doing the same thing over and over again. And it worked out well initially, but you know, Wasp were able to kind of outplay in that. And I don't know, kind of the chaos comps. I'm not even sure what, like the hybrid comp that Redline were first coming out with. I mean, I guess just the anti-Wasp comp. I don't know. We'll have to go back and do some analysis on that one. Just kind of see what do you do? What do you do against such a strange composition and such a unique play style that is Wasp No? So tough to play against, so tough to scrim against, and you know, there's nobody else like them out there. Even the other one-trick teams. You know, I'm thinking, oh yeah, you know, there's a couple others like those, like even teams like that. You know, they're not identical. They're not going to play the same. Very tough, very unique identity here for Wasp No, and you know what? It's enough to win the expert division. Congratulations, there's $1,000 richer here for Wasp No, and bragging rights of best team in EMEA expert. All right, that is our grand finals for expert done and dusted, at least here in this region. GG's all around. Let's see. I do have another match coming up for you here in a little while, a little later on today. This will be at 9 Eastern. We will have, there it is, our NA Expert Grand Finals between Avidity and Tanuki. So your number one team, once again, you know, coming through and looking like the team to beat, and then kind of a dark horse team in Tanuki that have really surprised, particularly in playoffs. So a very similar storyline, actually, over in NA. It should be another fantastic match. No, KDM, no problem. No problem at all. It was a pleasure. A pleasure to get to bring this grand finals in, to get you all on stream. But I think that is going to do it for me for now. I'm going to take a quick little break. Let's see. What do we want to do? I've had a request to review some of the Hypnos Keltis match. One map in particular, I think Watchpoint Gibraltar in particular. So I think I'm gonna do that. You know, why not? We got plenty of time here. We got 6 hours before our NA match tonight. Let's do some stuff. I am gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna take a little lunch break, so I won't be long. I'll go ahead. Here, let's just do this. We're gonna kill stream. I'm going to come back, and I'm actually just going to turn off the delay. And then we'll come back and about, I don't know, what do we say, like 20 minutes? I'll be back in 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and kick the stream back off, and we're going to start doing some analysis, some review. Let me grab a quick lunch. Let me take my dog out, take care of some things. Let me do a little adulting around the house for a few minutes. And yeah, and then we'll be back and hang out for the rest of the afternoon. We'll do some analysis. Maybe we play some Overwatch. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. And then we'll have NA Expert Grand Finals later on tonight. So, thank you all for being here. If you wanna stick around, I'll see you back here in a little bit after a little bit of a lunch break. But otherwise, I do really appreciate all support. Do really appreciate everybody being here. And I mean, what a hell of a season! It's been a hell of a season. We got a couple more Grand Finals left, but man, it's been an awesome season too. Very much looking forward to season 3.